So in this video, I'm going to go over the exact strategy we use at Growth, my marketing agency, to transition our Google Ads clients' old campaigns to our new Growth campaigns. Now, there's a reason we have a specific strategy for this, and we don't just turn off their campaigns and turn on our campaigns, and that is for this exact reason here. So if we were to do so, if we were to turn off their existing campaigns, which are generating sales like this, and then turn on our new campaigns, which are better, obviously in the long run, but we have to go through a thing for the learning phase. And in this time, often performance is really bad for new campaigns because they have no data. And this is what happens if we were to do so. And that is not good for our clients because our clients rely on consistent sales to their Shopify website so they can operate as a business. They have costs to account for. And if we were to do this, that's on us. So that's something we definitely do not want to do for our clients. Now, that's exactly why we have this strategy, which I'm going to go over in this video and explain exactly how we transition old campaigns to new campaigns. But first of all, let's take a few steps back. Now, if you're in a position, you're a viewer of me, what you have seen is this video here where I talk about my best Google Ads strategy to use for your e-commerce business. And then you've moved on to look at how to create great Performance Max campaign ad copy for your campaigns. And now one of my most recent videos, which is actually one of my best videos, is how to actually segment your Performance Max campaigns asset groups. And finally, you've looked at the 6 scaling tactics we use at my agency to scale these campaigns once they're in place. But now you're in a position where you have your new campaigns created and now you need to start them, but we need to follow a specific strategy. Now let's go over a few reasons why. So the reason, as we suggested, is because we need to maintain consistent sales to your website. And if we were to just turn off the old campaigns and turn on our new campaigns, it's going to cause this dip in performance and dip in sales, and that is not good for our clients. So we want to prevent that. Now, the reason for this is because our campaigns have to go through a thing called the learning phase. And the learning phase is, especially with PMAX, is around 4 to 6 weeks. So it's actually quite a long period of time. But this does depend on ad spend. So the more ad spend you have, the quicker you can get out of learning. We need to make sure that we can gently introduce our new campaigns and phase out our old campaigns. What it looks like is this. We're doing this with our old campaigns and we're doing this with our new campaigns. We're introducing them slowly and exiting our old campaigns slowly as well. So the strategy looks like this. And something I like to use for this is my campaign budget split calculator. Everything I've just gone over will be linked in the description. And what this does is basically you can work out your daily budgets and your monthly budgets for your specific campaigns. So the example I'm going to use in this video is a monthly budget, of $20,000 or pounds. Okay, so that gives me a total daily budget of $666.67, which I need to use across my new campaigns and my old campaigns. So that's our starting block there. But let's run through the actual strategy here. So what we have is a 5-week duration: week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. And this is simply put, each week we're going to take away 20% of the daily ad spend from our old campaigns and we're going to put it to our new campaigns. Now, this works out at, with the example of a £20,000 monthly budget, a daily budget of 666.67p. So our existing campaigns are now going to have a daily budget of 533.33, and our new campaigns are only going to start off with a daily budget of 133.33. And then moving on to week 2, we are going to go down another 20%. So now we've gone from 80% here to 60% here, and we've gone from 20% here to 40% here. So as you can just see, each week we take away 20% of the daily ad spend from our old campaigns and we put it to our new campaigns. And we do that until we get to week 5 or week 4 when we're 80-20, and then we transition to week 5. And now we have gone from 80% of the new campaigns to now 100% because we've taken away the 20 from the old campaigns and we've put it to the new campaigns. And that's how we slowly and incrementally exit out our old campaigns and introduce our new campaigns without causing any severe dips in performance like this, which will happen if you just turn off your campaigns completely. So you need to make sure you use a strategy and follow a process to prevent this. So let's talk about how often we're actually going to be making changes, budget changes here. Now, typically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a budget change every 3 to 7 days. So put simply, once or twice a week. Now, this depends on the level of ad spend we have in the accounts and also your feeling of how your account reacts to changes. Because as I've suggested, some accounts can react really harshly to any changes you make in your accounts, even with budget changes. And some accounts can just not be bothered at all. So what you're going to do in your first couple of budget changes, you're going to get a sense to see how your Shopify performance reacts to your changes in your Google Ads accounts. Okay, and from that, you can dictate whether you should be making changes once a week or twice a week. But fundamentally, you need to make that sort of decision yourself based on the feeling you have for your account. But once or twice a week would be absolutely fine. I mean, for this example, I'd probably only do it once a week. Now, what we can see here is I've added in a little bit extra, which says add TROAS or add Target ROAS. That's to do with our bidding strategy. So for all of our e-commerce clients, we bid to a Target ROAS. So we use the bidding strategy, which is called Maximize Conversion Value Target ROAS. So in each account, we set a Target ROAS here, but we don't introduce that to start with. And the reason for that is because if we were to introduce a Target ROAS to begin with, we restrict the amount of learnings that campaign can get, because we're restricting its reach in the learning phase. So in theory, we extend our learning phase, which we do not want to do. We want to get out of that as quickly as possible and without making any significant changes to Shopify performance as a result of that. So typically what I would do is add a Target ROAS after 3 weeks or after a certain amount of spend per campaigns. And again, this is often to do with feeling. This is often to do with feeling, okay, this campaign is now stabilized out. I want to boost its ROAS performance slightly. So I now introduce a Target ROAS which is just slightly over what it is achieving naturally, without any guidance, without any cost controls. Overall, guys, that's it from me here. It's a very simple strategy, but I please follow this strategy even if your performance is going really well and you've actually fast-tracked campaigns, because I've had it before when we've got to week 2 and our performance of our new campaigns is fantastic. So I thought, all right, you know what, scrap for week 3, week 4, week 5. Let's just scale spend. And I've been shot. I've been shot in the foot from it, and performance is tanked as a result. So always follow your strategies in Google Ads, even if you think you're getting ahead of yourself, because it could just be to do with market fluctuations and not to do with your ads. You have to consider all the external factors that affect Google Ads and not just what you're doing in the campaigns. So that's it from me on this one. If you are an e-commerce brand and you would just like us to manage your accounts for you instead of running them yourselves, then please follow the link in the description. You can schedule a discovery call with me and we can go over exactly how we can improve your Google Ads performance by our management. Okay, guys, that's it from me for this one, and I'll see you in the next video.